guys, thanks for tuning in. This is optibotimus coming with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Stomp and Chomp Grimlock. Starting as always with the packaging, as you can see, it's massive. Yeah, that's honestly one of the biggest reasons why I like doing the intros the way that I do now, because it allows you to see how big some packagings can be. And this guy is huge. And he is basically a giant one-step transformer. Now there's a little bit more to this. It does have lights and sounds as it says down here, but this is a big open package that you can actually touch the figure in here, so there is no clamshell or anything of that nature. And honestly, it looks like I have to put them together. It's all you see is one leg right here, and that might even be kind of hard to see just due to the fact that it's so big it's hard to kind of light this whole thing. But it does also come with a little miniature Optimus Prime figure. Now before we got this, we got a lot of those one-step figures, and a lot of that had these weird pins on the bottom of them that we didn't necessarily know what they were for initially. Well, we now know that it is for this figure. It was never really explained very well when they first started showing this off and all those other ones. But as you can see, it says try me, squeeze and push down. So you squeeze, and he screams, and he falls. So he screams and his eyes light up. So you do have the Optimus Prime figure. You come around here, you flip it around in the back. It's got light up eyes, transforms in one steps, and it says also works with the Power Battler figures as well as the one-step changers. And depending on what you plug in, it changes the light, sounds, and effects. If you plug in an Autobot, it pops out this gun. If you pop out, or if you put in a Decepticon, it pops out this one. So that's really kind of interesting, and I love that playability. Now people automatically complain about it because it's a giant one-step changer, and depending on where you get this from, it is pretty expensive. I think Toys R Us has them for $80. I think Amazon has it for $70. My guess is normal retail, and by normal I mean something like Walmart or maybe even Target, because Toys R Us ridiculously overcharges for things. It's possible that it might be that $65 or $70 price tag. So just looking at it in terms of the sheer size for it, I'm almost going to say that it's worth that price. And that's going to sound really bad to a lot of you guys, and you're probably going to complain and think that I'm crazy. But again, it's massive, so I've spent enough time talking about this, and I haven't even really talked about the packaging. So how about we get started, get this guy open, and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have the Stomp and Chomp Grimlock opened up out of his packaging and fully assembled. When you do get him out of the package, there is a little bit of assembly. His tail is not attached. It just pegs in very easily. And then, I think it was this leg actually. Yeah, this leg just slides up and locks into place. So it's actually really simple, but this guy is stupid big. I mean, stupid. Just I don't mean the figure's stupid, I just mean it's stupid big. For a size comparison, obviously this is what you have. There's Masterpiece Optimus Prime. So Masterpiece Optimus comes up to like here on him, and then just putting him up here, you can see just how big the guy gets. It's insane. Just ridiculously massive. I'm actually really impressed at how well it balances as well. Now, there is some gimmicks that are involved in this, and that's where the price is basically coming from. That in addition to its giant size. For what you're getting, again, I'm really actually pretty impressed, and I don't think it's as bad as some people were thinking. Yes, it's a giant one-step transformer, but again, I think kids are gonna like this. It's huge, it's massive. There's some play factor where you can interact with other figures. This is that little tiny Optimus, and you can see just how big this is. I mean, there is no way that this is proper scale or what we saw in the movie or anything like that, but this is really big. Now, this is just one giant molded piece. There is some actually really nice details in it, but the paint is just very simplistic. Coming in here to take a look, you can see that he does have some paint, but a lot is just not painted. Got a nice Autobot logo there, some blue, you got some red, and then you come to the bottom, and here's the mechanism that activates the actual feet thing, or sound thing on the figure. All these little tiny figures had that. Unfortunately, I don't have any here with me, but I can use this to show you how that works. Both of the Autobot and Decepticon side, because he has these pins on both of his feet, whereas the one step, like Autobots have it on one side and the Decepticons have it on the other. The only Decepticon I think they have out right now is Lockdown, I think, but we'll cover that here in a bit. But I mean, you can see just how big he is. He really isn't all that heavy for what you're basically getting. I mean, he's heavy, but he feels a lot lighter than I would anticipate him being. But you can see what's going on. I mean, you can see you flip him down here on the side, and you can see, like, there's his robot arms. You got his head right there. I mean, there really isn't a lot to it. This kind of bugs me how it doesn't actually stay together. I mean, there's a little hole here, and then there's, you flip it around, there's a little nub right there that just kind of fits right there. It's not too bad, but every now and then I bump it and it knocks it off and it looks weird. Now, he does have basically 3 different modes. Well, technically 2. You got to try me, which he's put to when you get him right out of the package. The middle actually turns him off, and then you switch this all the way back and it actually activates him. Now, going through some of the gimmicks first, what you do is you got some lights, you got some sounds, you got this push button right here. You push that and then it comes down. And if you leave it there, he just makes noises and stomps and his eyes blink. And then he screams at you. And then they kind of like blink and flicker on and off. It's really interesting. But you can also, like, you got teeth here. When you move the teeth, he makes a chomping sound. Maybe that's the chomp gimmick. But then taking this up, oh, well, put that back. That was supposed to not come out. But push the button again, and you bring him back up. And it kind of locks. It's kind of goofy, but it locks once you pull it all the way up. And then again, you still got the... I mean, it's weird. He's like... chomping on him, I guess. So you do have that. Then if you lift it all the way back... he does scream some more. So it's part of that whole gimmick like that, and that's going on there. And like I said, the lights flicker back and forth. Now, when you got this section here, you got this, you lift this out just like that, and that just likes flipping down. You got 2 different sides. You got this side here, and you can see sort of where the little section is right there on the panel. And he'll just scream at you every now and then. You put the Autobots on this side, and that section slides out. It's weird, though, because it goes on an angle. It's like, all right, I don't get it, but put that there, and then they come out. But it doesn't go all the way, and then you got a nice Autobot logo right there. Now, for the Decepticon side, again, you can sort of see where the bit is. Hopefully, you got the little bit right there. That's where the trigger is. The Decepticons would have it on, I'm assuming, their right foot. You put that there, and this comes out. It spins, and it makes sounds. So you got that going on. Now, if you put those away, if you have Optimus, come on, stand up, Grimlock. Grimmy. Little Grimmy. There you go. It doesn't lock very well sometimes. There we go. Putting that both there, get that straightened up. You can see taking them and having them straddle them makes both of them actually pop out. And then you got the little Decepticon logo there, but you can also hear putting that up there. And it makes sounds when you put it away, but it makes shooting sounds. And then again, it makes the sound when you tuck it away. Same thing with that side. And then you can close this up. And that's really about it for that sort of interactivity. Now, To transform him, I'm gonna take this tail off. This is his weapon for his robot mode, and this is big. I mean, it's like I'm just about able to use this as an actual dagger. That's really insane. So, yeah, he's still growling. So you basically push the button, and then you fold it back. Well, sometimes. All right, there we go. And then you push it all the way, and there's that. And then you got to take the tail, tuck the tail down. And there you have Grimlock, and you can't even see him. And he growls at you. Now, it does look a little bit weird because the chest sticks out here and his arms are there, but I mean, you can see it actually looks kind of neat how it does that. There is no real articulation, so to speak, in the head. The shoulders here are locked in. I mean, I guess you could move them out like that. The elbows here move forward and back. He makes a whole bunch of random sounds all the time. You can have him hold his sword, giant sword in his hand here, something like that. It's really kind of tough to actually get in there too. There we go. Rotate that around, and you got him holding his giant sword. Face sculpt looks really nice. I really dig the head on there. But when you look at this, I mean, this really looks like it's lacking. And that's kind of unfortunate. Getting this back out. And then when you want to transform them back, make sure you put the arms all the way down until they can't go back any further. Come back here, take this, fold this down, and his arms got in the way. There we go. And then get it to lock in, then lift the tail. And then you have him back in his actual dinosaur mode. Again, simple. It really doesn't have much going for it other than that. I mean, it's huge, it's massive. I think I just basically broke my table here because of how big he is. That wasn't any good. All right, getting this straightened out. I mean, he's huge. He really is. And like I said, you put that down like so. I think the play factor is the kids, and I think they'll enjoy it. This isn't something I really see a lot of collectors getting into, but I do think he's fun, and he's a gigantic Grimlock. Dino mode, I honestly think he looks a little bit better. Like I said, the whole lack of detail here in terms of, get that, come on, why are you, see, and then, there you go, pull that all the way back. The lack of detail, just like in this area here, just kind of throws me off. But he's a big, huge dinosaur, and I don't know. I'm kind of having fun with him, and I shouldn't. I absolutely shouldn't. But beyond that, that's it. That's Grimlock. Big, giant, heaping behemoth. But beyond that, that's about it for him. So he is hitting retail. He is pretty expensive. If you see him at Toys R Us and he's $80, I probably wouldn't get it for that price. Hopefully places like Target and Walmart will have them cheaper. I know that Amazon has them for, I think, $70. Between $50 and $60 is where I think that this is a good value. $70's on the edge of pushing a little bit, but honestly, I'm having fun with them. That's really something that I didn't expect. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Don't forget that you can keep in touch with me by liking my Facebook page at facebook.com/teambotimus, or by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/optibotimus. Also, I'd encourage you to check out my new website at optibotimusreviews.com, where you can see all my videos from the previous week, as well as see what I have coming up for future release. And finally, guys, I'd also really appreciate it that if you like this review, to please rate, comment, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.